Hi, glad to be with you today. You know, one of the great things about coming to one of the monthly Greater Dallas Coalition meetings is that you meet great people that are doing really good works. And it's always inspiring because so many times we think, oh, the world's problems are intractable and nobody's doing anything about them. Well, in Dallas, Texas, people are doing things about the intractable problems that confront the southern sector of the city. So the Greater Dallas Coalition is networking that. We've got a fantastic event this weekend, Harvest Fest, coming to Cornerstone Baptist Church, wonderful feeding hall. Love to have you come. Please go to our website and see what you can do to make a real difference in people's lives. Imagine a sit-down dinner for the most disadvantaged people. One of the problems disadvantaged people have is they all love pets. Pets are a universal love, and almost regardless of how desperate people's circumstances are, having a pet is really an uplifting and enriching experience that means so much. But one of the problems we have is that it costs a lot of money to comply with the City of Dallas ordinance to spay and neuter your pet. And this really puts disadvantaged people in a real bind where they face a fine for not doing this. So I have with me today Asael, who is doing a great mission effort, met his organization at the Greater Dallas Coalition, and so glad to have him with me today to talk about what he's working on to make a real difference among the disadvantaged especially.
Well, I would firsthand like to say thank you to David for having us on the show today. Like he said, we're with the Spay Neuter Network. I'm a community outreach coordinator. What I do is I go out and I reach out to the community. We actually go door to door, and we just talk to people. We actually just say, hey, do you have any pets? If yes, then we say, well, we're offering free spay, free neuter, and vaccines for you. Can I get you signed up? Or of course, some of them will just close the door. No, we ain't got no pets, But there's some that are really receptive, and they'll, yeah, we really need the help. And I do have a few good stories about that.
Yeah, so that's really awesome that you're actually reaching out into the community, not waiting for them to come to you, but really getting out there and interacting with people to offer this really wonderful free service.
Yes, our previous director actually, he said, you know what, we can go out. It's been 5 years in the making, our program, the outreach program with the Spay Neuter Network. And I mean, ever since he showed me how to do everything, and he's go out there, just go walk this part of the sector, this part of the other sector. I mean, he's set the base for us now, so we're able to service about 23 zip codes south of 30. One of the zip codes that they recently mandated was 75216. It's a very neglected zip code. And of course, the city mandate, because there's a lot of loose dogs, stray dogs, aggressive dogs, dog biting in that area, in several areas, but we're actually targeting. One of the things that we do, David, is we have a mobile clinic where we go out to the community centers, recreation centers. We actually also go out to meetings, the community meetings, crime watch meetings, and then we also network, just like with David here.
Well, that's wonderful. So you offer services, and then you'll actually come and pick up dogs and take them to be neutered and bring them home, right?
Absolutely. We also promote what's called a transport. So if, let's say our neighbors in Oak Cliff, because our clinic is over here in Pleasant Grove, right here off of Buckner and Bruton. So what we do for our neighbors that are kind of like maybe a little outways, like maybe 10 miles or more, what we'll do is we'll set up a mobile clinic, or we'll offer a special transport. And that special transport, people can sign up on their computers, on our website, or they would speak to us directly, and I would let them know, hey, you know what, we have a transport that's actually going to transport certain amount of or these your pets and take them directly to the clinic. We do offer another transport, which is where we're able to go door to door. And if we help out the elderly and the disabled, you know, hey, you know, or even people that have, what are those called? Service pets. You know, they call me, hey, Asael, you know, I really need the help. I don't have any transportation, and that's where we can come in, because we recently added another vehicle to where we can have access to that and go out to them and help them and have that personal touch with them.
Well, now, do you all use volunteers to do some of this outreach, or is it all paid staff?
Well, it's four of us now. We recently acquired another outreach coordinator. She predominantly drives and does transports, but she also helps us out as well. We do have volunteers. Sometimes I reach out to some of my close friends and they help us go knock on doors. There's folks that come out and volunteer with the Spay Neuter Network directly, previous employees, which is really awesome, or other folks that just want to donate their time to us, and they go out to help us with the events, you know, the mobile clinics, the free vaccination clinics that we were able to offer. So yeah, we do get some volunteers, and I think it's really awesome.
Well, you know, one of my mantras is that if you let the Holy Spirit into your life in a real way, you are going to be unable to not give your time and money to loving your neighbor. And this is kind of a little different way to help your neighbor, but they desperately need funds to further grow this program. And of course, they can use volunteers to get out into the community and reach out. So dogs, wild dogs and dogs on the loose are a real problem in the southern sector of the city. And this is a solution for the long term to cut down on unwanted dogs being born and growing up wild and untamed and unloved, and getting into garbage, biting people, harassing people. I mean, it's hard to imagine. I live in a very nice neighborhood and there aren't any wild dogs in my neighborhood, but I really feel sorry for my neighbors who live in these disadvantaged neighborhoods who really are dealing with a real problem that's significant.
Yes, actually, we work with Dallas Animal Services. We've actually worked with their outreach team. They actually created an outreach team recently, and we walk with them. We go out and, you know, we educate. That's another thing, is that as a community outreach coordinator, we not only just go out and help, but we also educate. There's several people that I've met that say, hey, Asael, I didn't even know that. What little bit of that information, what I use to educate them is I tell them, hey, it's a city ordinance. All dogs and cats have to be spayed or neutered. They have to have their up-to-date rabies shot. They have to have a microchip. And they also have to, well, of course, spay neuter, right? And so most folks are all like, no, I didn't even know that, you know. I'm not ready to do that for my pet right now. You know, I get a few of those, but I also just let them know, hey, whenever you're comfortable with it, you know, we can't force you, but we can just educate you on that. What the City of Dallas Animal Services are doing is they're providing fines and citations for that if they don't have the paperwork showing the rabies certificate with the veterinarian signature. That is very key nowadays. You know, it's not like, oh, he's already got his rabies shot, they got the little collar thing on. They don't go by that anymore, you know. Microchip that goes in behind their shoulder blades for the pets. It's not a GPS, but it does help lost dogs get home. You know, like if a Good Samaritan surrendered it over to a veterinarian, they can scan it, call the number that pulls up the information of the owner, return it back. So that omits like all of the paperwork, you know, for the registration. This has gone, I believe maybe about, I may be wrong, but don't quote me, maybe 6 to 7 years that, you know, they've been doing the microchip now. But I love to educate people. I love to see the smile on their face to where we're able to help them, you know. And and just help out the community as much as we can. Yeah.
Well, and that's really a positive thing. You know, one of my goals on this show is to always have people on who really are sharing love of their neighbor through their work and really having the satisfaction and peace that passes understanding in their life because they're doing things in their life to make the world a better place. And I hope that you can find a path in your life to do that. And this is a great cause, wonderful effort to solve this wild dog problem that pervades our low-income community. And they'd love to have your support. They'd love to have your volunteer efforts. So free spay and neuter, really an incredible offering because it costs several $100s to have a dog spayed, right?
Yeah, the last time I checked, it's like $175. I've visited other veterinarian clinics, $350, $375. You know, what we do, if you're not in the qualifying 23 zip codes that we're able to offer to you for free, is that we really offer it at low cost, like $35, $20. We also have specials every now and then. They had a special last month in October for orange and black cats, you know, the $20 spay. I did want to let you know that we also have a driver that predominantly goes out to the Mesquite area, to Garland Animal Shelter, to help our neighbors that are outside of the zip codes, but we're able to offer them low-cost services there at our community clinic. We've been in Kaufman County for several years. Bonnie Hill is actually the director, the owner of the whole nonprofit organization, but we recently opened up our clinic over here in Dallas off of Buckner and Bruton. So we're able to have more of a centralized place for our neighbors in the disadvantaged communities right there in South Dallas. So it's more feasible for them to get there, and we're able to offer them and educate them there while they're there.
Well, that's super, and it's such a, you know, a hidden problem. If you live in a affluent area of the city, you can't imagine that there's a danger of being bit by a wild dog. And some of these communities, people are scared to walk, scared to be out on the street because they don't know when a pack of dogs is going to show up and cause injury.
Absolutely. Sometimes when we're walking out in the streets, you know, our team, you know, we just have to, you know, when we get approached by a pet or we see that it might be aggressive, we take all the necessary precautions. We either try to find the owner, like hopefully we're able to go knock on the door, somebody's door, or a neighbor can possibly tell us, hey, that belongs to Mr. John Doe right there, you know. But we also educate about vicious dogs, attacks, aggressive dogs. Here recently, it was in the news where they were saying that you can get a misdemeanor citation, or you can get a misdemeanor charge for the first dog bite, you know. And the second one, if your dog comes to bite another person, you can actually get a felony charge, you know.
Wow, that's really serious.
Yeah, that really is. And on top of that, David, if they're not spayed or neutered, and if they're running a puppy mill, or if they don't have their up-to-date rabies shots, you know, you're looking at felony charges, jail time, and on top of that, all these fines that could come up to $3,000.
Wow.
And, you know, I just want to let you know that you can actually stop all that if you can just take advantage of the free services that we offer at the Spay Neuter Clinic. You can reach out to myself. You can actually reach out to our website that's right there down below, and just sign up, you know, and let us help you out, you know.
Really dodge a real bullet that people may not be aware that they face this liability.
Yeah. Nowadays, you know, it's kind of tough, you know, especially in the communities that we reach out, you know. Maybe, you know, we've actually reached out to some people. They said, man, I've been really needing to do this, but I can't afford it. you know. And I'm just telling them, look, you know what? I can offer it to you for free. We could do the surgery. We can also give them all the up-to-date rabies shots, and we offer a distemper parvo shot for dogs for free. And then we also offer a feline upper respiratory vaccine, of course, which is all included with the surgery, you know.
Wow.
Yeah.
Really an incredible operation y'all are running. I mean, I'm, kind of bowled over. But it seems like a really big effort to do this, and great. So, how do you all get supported?
We actually get support from funders. We also are supported by donations as well. So that's how we get our help. And we want to appreciate, I want to firsthand thank all of our funders and all of our donations that we receive. I really appreciate it. You're doing such a wonderful thing for the community. If you're not able to volunteer, your money can go out there. You know, your support, your donation of time, your donations can help. You know,
Right.
just like in the mission
that's
fields.
how I oftentimes do. I oftentimes give money instead of time because my time is precious, and I'm blessed to have a little more money than time. So I love to reach out and help people. Now, can they give online?
Yes, they can give online. It's SpayNeuterNet.org. .org, yes.
Well, that is super, and amazing to think this organization has been able to mobilize and reach out, operate the free clinic, get out and go door to door, soliciting to help people, offer this free service. What a great thing to do to really try to break the back of this crisis of excess animals.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so are you seeing a real improvement in the loose dog problem over the years, or is it a problem that really needs even more volunteers and more effort?
To be honest with you, I can tell you a handful of times where our outreach team have seen loose dogs. I have seen an improvement. You hardly see them out anywhere anymore. Now that they have Dallas Animal Services has really shown their presence and say, hey, we need y'all to do this, But yeah, we have seen an improvement, with our volunteers coming out to help with us, donations helping out, and, people being educated, which is like the best thing that we're able to do is just bring education and help and bless families.
Well, that's really great to hear, because so many times people think a problem is intractable and can't be solved. But you all are really making a difference with these free spay and neuter clinics and community outreach and everything you're doing. So, the world is getting better in a lot of ways. And it's through the efforts of people like this, like the Spay Neuter Clinic, and people can be like you. You can find a niche that you can make a difference in people's lives. They'd love to have you volunteer for this if you're a pet lover and want to see pets have a better life, be vaccinated, not die from debilitating disease, and live healthy, long lives and bring joy to their owners. This is a great way to get involved, because many people really don't have it in their budget to spend a couple of $100 on their pet, even though the pet desperately needs it. So this is obviously a vital service, free spay and neuter, and you're out on a daily basis spreading the word.
Oh yeah, we're the only time we're always out, but if it's raining, pouring down, of course we can't. But what we do is we make phone calls to our previous contacts that we made. Hey, I wanted to follow up with you. How's your pet doing after the surgery? Is there anything that we can help out? So we strive to always be there, not just to sign them up, get your pet spayed and neutered, but we also do what's called a follow-up call. Hey, how's your animal doing after the surgery? Did you have any questions or anything like that? So definitely, because they have to have a cone on their head, and the cats, they just have to stay in the kennel overnight, so definitely. And some folks are kind of like, well, actually, I did want to talk to you about this, David, is that pets are like our family. I know that my parents have a pet. Her name's Sophie. She's so cute. She's the baby of the house. So we do understand. We do have rebuttals, David, where we're like, man, we don't want to do that to our pet, and we completely understand. I sympathize with them. I'm a pet owner myself, so I'm able to sympathize with them. But I do tell them the benefits of that. I want to touch base with what you said about diseases. Spay neutering does have its benefits. One of the benefits, we're not going to get a citation, but it does have its health benefits for the pet. They're more, they're less risk to getting testicular cancer. Cats as well, they're less prone for other diseases that they can get, like the upper respiratory vaccine, feline HIV, things like that, distemper parvo. Bordetella, kennel cough and things like that. So if we're able to help them with that and let them know, hey, these are the benefits. Actually spay and neutering also lengthens the life of the animal as well. We want to keep our pets around for a long time, so we definitely want to keep Sophie around for several years. So we did sign her up for the spay and neuter, even though, I'm a supporter of that. I want to be able to help out, So I want to sympathize and say, hey, I got my pet done, so you're not in it alone,
Yeah, well, it's walking the walk is important, and to keep it all going. So
absolutely.
Really an awesome thing. I'm amazed that every week, and I hope you'll tune in and watch the show every week, because I bring a different perspective on how to love your neighbor each week through people that are really doing things in a unique way, whether it's doing work with nonprofits that are serving people and feeding people like Karen Belknap and Inspired Vision, or whether it's the Spay Neuter Network reaching out and helping solve the unwanted animal problem. Because the sad thing is, if we don't prevent these unwanted dogs and cats from being born, Animal Services spends your tax dollars gathering them up and euthanizing, putting them to sleep. Mm-hmm. And so this is a way to save tax dollars and really make a difference. I hope you'll go to my website, insightswithdavid.com, watch this show again, share it with your friends, and of course watch my other shows. I have a broad variety of guests on that I think you'll really enjoy, and hopefully find something that really strikes your heart and lets the Holy Spirit work through you as you do great things of time and money. Money is the limiting factor in almost every charity. Mm-hmm. And it's great that these people, the Spay Neuter Network, has good funding, has good supporters, and is really getting out there and having a real success. So they can reach out to you all.
Absolutely. You can give us a call. You can also reach out to us on our website. We actually do have a Facebook page, so if you want to give us a like on our Facebook page, you can donate there. You click on the donate link and it'll take you directly to our website. Or if you need more information, you can send us a message on Facebook. We even have a Instagram. It's called the Spay Squad. So you can see inspiring pictures there where we're taking pictures when we're going out to events. But yeah, definitely reach out to us. Our number is 972-472-3500. You can also reach us directly as well. If I can share my number, it's my direct number is 469-319-9078. You can reach me there. If I don't answer, you can leave me a voicemail or you can shoot me a text. You know how we are. I normally text my clients and try to help out. But yeah, definitely.
Wow, what a committed worker, really trying to make a difference in our community and making a real difference. You've seen improvement, and this free spay and neuter is, so when you're working neighborhoods now, you find a lot of people that have already taken advantage of your services?
Absolutely. That's one thing that it brings such a big smile to me, even though they kind of say it nonchalant. They say, hey, we already got our dogs spayed and neutered. I was like, well, we appreciate you using our services for that. Is there anything else that we can help you with? Is there something that maybe you need help with dog food, or anything like that, blankets or something, we're able to help them out. Did you want to, we tell them, hey, next year you got to get your rabies shot or your distemper parvo.
So people can come in every year for updates on vaccinations and whatnot. It's not just a one-time service.
Yeah, no,
it's an ongoing relationship.
Absolutely. We always try to strive to stay in their lives and try to help out. We receive donations, dog food, cat toys, and things like that. And we also like to share it with our community. Of course, that is for our community. We as outreach coordinators, sometimes we get donations of dog collars or cat collars or cat toys. We're definitely, if you ever see us with a cart, we're willing to give out. And that's something that I really enjoy. I love going out there, speaking to people, helping them, giving them something they may not have had. I have had people come up to me and say, hey, can I have a dog collar? Absolutely. I had a lady say, I don't have any cat collars. I donated them. Sometimes we just go down to the store and get them ourselves, and help them out. I had a friend, David, that people dumped 3 stray cats in front of his mechanic shop. And what I did was I went out there and I helped him. I said, you know what, we just need you to fill out this form, help us out with the surgery release form. We'll get him all vaccinated for you, because he didn't have vaccinations. He's like, I didn't know what I was going to do. And so I helped him out, transported him to our clinic, got him all vaccinated. He didn't have cat collars, or he didn't have certain toys or anything like that. I educated him on that. I was like, hey, do this, do that, and I was able to help him out, with things like that, small things,
That's awesome. And look at the happiness that he has and how much he enjoys his job. I hope you can find a avocation and a vocation that gives you real joy in life, helping others and loving others. If your job isn't so loving and caring, take time and volunteer and do some good works out in the world. The Spay Neuter Network, offering free spay neuter and free vaccinations, is a great cause. They'd love to have you reach out and donate either time or money. Got volunteer opportunities. And my motto is, let the Holy Spirit into your life and have that peace that passes understanding. Mm-hmm. Fill your life where really there is no problem. Even if you have disease, even if you have upsets and difficulties in life, if you have that peace, you are set and nothing can cause you harm. Have a great day. Take care.